Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the LA Poverty Department. We will be performing this afternoon at 1 p.m. at 112 Winston Street in downtown Los Angeles.
You got anything? A hit? Some rails on your pipe? Anything?
Wish I did, girl. I don't got nothing. Not really. I got about a couple bucks on me. That's all. I can't find my horn. I don't know what happened to it. But Rodney's the only one I know is working now anyway. They ain't doing nothing but dubs this time of month.
Yeah, I know. And you know that motherfucker, he's got the bomb dope, too. At least he did last night. I caught me a date earlier and he wanted to get $40 worth. I told him to spend $50 and he'd get love. Then I had to go by Ronnie's because Ronnie always serves me proper if I spend any amount of money with him. Yeah, and he served me real proper last night. The boy came through for me.
My name is Alexander the Poet, and I'm a recovering drug addict. Not an alcoholic, but a drug addict. And this flyer here says, drugs kill dreams, which they do. And it says, hold tight, so hold on tight to the recovery rope of hope, one day at a time. And I put these up in the community, in the Skid Row community, because the Skid Row community is a combination of people that's still using drugs and people that are trying to get off of drugs. So the people that are trying to get off of drugs, when they read this, it gives them a little ray of hope that, you know, that maybe one day, if they stay clean and sober, that they can accomplish some of their dreams. Because, you know, I believe everybody has dreams, or they had dreams, but when they started messing with the drugs and alcohol, the drugs ran the dream off.
The police cannot be seen, but can see. There are cameras all over San Julian and San Pedro streets, and are all monitored by non-profit organizations. Most of these cameras are operated by local non-profit organizations, which have their own private security force that work for the police in an informal manner.
This concludes part one of Castlerock City.
I'm Scott Chamberlain. I'm pastor of Central City Church of the Nazarene, as well as executive director of Central City Community Outreach. Historically, my experience really started personally in 1988 when I came to Los Angeles, and then even knowledge of history even way before that. In the 1900s, this area always has been kind of a area where, in the midst of the business district, this is where everybody found jobs and low-paying jobs, and so alcoholics and others began to hang out here. And so in 1988, obviously the problem was magnified during the 80s with crack cocaine and poverty and redevelopment and stuff like that. And so we end up finding ourselves then, and myself and others, starting to plant a church here, again trying to bring a relational presence of the church here instead of just the rescue missions, but to be able to again build relationships with all the residents who've been here all these years. I don't know if things have gotten a lot worse since '88, but from hearing stories of the early '80s, between then and now, there was really a massive concentration and movement, really, of the homeless that used to be in all the parts of the downtown area, and ended up being concentrated in the Skid Row community, again primarily based on redevelopment. I think that where it's going ends up being a question that is very difficult to answer, with redevelopment occurring on all different corners. Historic core, Central City or City Center being on one side, Little Tokyo is on our north, moving south. We've got the Garment District and then industrial on the west, or on the east, moving west. It seems as if the social providers, as well as encampments in Skid Row, is going to continue to be squeezed into a couple square blocks between San Pedro and Wall, which would be kind of the center of the donut hole, until, sad to say, ends up becoming an issue that everybody just wants to sweep under the rug.
So you don't have to carry it around and smell it, Moto. You don't have to carry it around and smell it, but you do. You do.
Wow.
You do. Peter, you were wrong. Drew me close to his side. shit I have ever seen. Blackest, nasty shit. Black and gnarly shit. Gnarly, twisted shit. Swimming in its own hardness and its own juice. Oh, no. Not bad. He says to me, I'm counting on you, Moto. All of America is counting on you. I want to hold it high. Hold it real high, Moto. Hold it high and carry it from California all the way to New York.
And what about you, miss?
What about me? My name is Rhonda Banks. I was born on the 10th of September, 1961. That makes me 24 years old. And I ain't never had no Social Security card, because I ain't never applied for that.
Well, what kind of work do you do, Rhonda?
What kind of work you think I do?
I'm asking you.
Well, one thing about it, it ain't no 9-to-5 job. That's for damn sure.
That's what I thought. Did you get all that, Steve?
Yep, I got it. Hank.
I'd love to tell you that I'm way hopeful. I'm not hopeful for any poor people anywhere in the world. I think that folks here are the most screwed, and I feel like deja vu again. I feel like all the battles that we fought in 1970 are coming back again. I'm pretty fearful of where it's going to go. They're splitting up Skid Row. I think that the key is to try to save the housing. I think that they're going to want to get rid of it as fast as they can. But the thing that we always have going for us is their mistake. Is that they've allowed everybody to come down here in a very small area, and nobody else wants us, and nobody else wants the services or the people, and short of machine gunning everybody down here or sending them to the gas chamber, which I don't think they're going to do, we're going to be here one way or another.
Where are we going?
And they're going to have to deal with us. So there's just there's nothing that the people here are resilient, and the people here, they know how to suffer. And I think that is powerful.